Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the crime segment today. I'm Dr. Sene, your host, and I'm here with a new story for you today. But before we get into that, for those who are new to my channel, I post videos on Tuesdays and Sundays on crime, on social issues, celebrity news, and all kinds of things that I find interesting to talk about. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also have a comment down below because your comments are so awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well to support my channel. Here we go. Let's start now. Guys, last week I was doing some research and reading on the cruelty that went on in the Nazi camps. And I came across a story of a shockingly violent female guard who rose the ranks at the infamous Nazi concentration camp in Auschwitz. I'm bringing you the story of Nazi camp guard Maria Mandl, who sent, now be prepared for this guys, who sent 500,000 women to their deaths and loved every minute of it. Guys, viewer discretion is recommended because the story contains graphic descriptions and this is not for anyone under the age of 18. Thank you. A sadistic female guard. Her name was Maria Mandl and she was one of the most ruthless guards during the Holocaust and was known for her horrid temper, horrendously cruel punishments she dished out, and ruthless beatings, all of which earned her the nickname, the Beast. Have a look. As she grew increasingly comfortable in her role of guard of this murderous Nazi camp, Mandl's heavy hand and quick temper helped her climb the ranks of multiple Nazi concentration camps until she earned the title of Chief Guard. While she would eventually pay for her crime against thousands of Jewish prisoners under her control. Those who survived are still haunted by the memory of Maria the Beast Mandl. Born on January 10, 1912, Maria Mandl grew up in Upper Austria as the daughter of a shoemaker. When Austria was annexed into Nazi Germany in 1938, she relocated to Munich. The same year, she was amongst the first group of women to volunteer to work as staff in Nazi concentration camps through the League of German Girls program. Mandl began her career as a female guard at Lichtenberg, one of the earliest camps and the first to be used exclusively for female prisoners. She worked there with 50 other women for a year until she was sent to a newly opened women-only camp near Berlin called Ravensbrück. Her brutality set her apart from other female workers. Mandl's penchant for using physical violence to keep prisoners in line left a huge impact on those she brutalized. In the 2017 book, Irma Gray's The Beast of Belsen and Other Twisted Female Guards of Concentration Camps, Holocaust survivor Lena Haag recalled how Lichtenberg inmates were beaten for the slightest mistake. Prisoners were stripped naked and tied to wooden poles, where Maria Mandl would then beat us mercilessly until she could no longer lift her arm. Believe this, guys? Shocked, aren't you? One prisoner recounted in 2015 in the book Ravensbrück, Life and Death in Hitler's Concentration Camp for Women, how Mandl and her fellow guard Dorothea Binz preferred to beat people themselves rather than have someone else do it. That level of unbelievable violence earned Maria, obviously, earned her the nickname, the Beast. Mandl loved being the abusive, sadistic, sick woman she was, going out of her way to find reasons to savagely beat the inmates. One of her preferred methods was to look for women who had curled hair, which was against the camp's regulations. If she found a single curly lock on a prisoner, she would kick her to the ground and beat her around the head. And if she was in a particularly evil mood, she would shave their heads and parade them around the camp with a sign around their neck that read, "I broke the rules and I curled my hair." Mandl seems to have got a heavy thrill, guys, humiliating these women, brutalizing the women, and sending them to their death. Oh my God. Survivor Maria Mandl reported that she once witnessed Mandl kick a fellow inmate to death for doing something wrong. Can you believe this? Now there was another side to this brutish, barbaric, homicidal woman. You'd be surprised, guys, that in contrast to her insatiable bloodlust, Maria Mandl was described as highly intelligent and sophisticated. She enjoyed literature and fine cuisine, but she was perhaps most famously known for her taste in music. Bizarrely, shortly after Bellica had watched Maria mercilessly kill a prisoner during roll call, one of her friends reported hearing the most beautiful music while cleaning the guards' quarters. A senior guard at Ravensbrück had heard a piano, and Bellica's friend found Mandl playing it, lost in a world of her own, in ecstasy. My God, guys, weird? I don't know, guys. Creepy? In 1942, Mandl was sent to work at the infamous Auschwitz II Birkenau, where she supervised all female inmates. It was there that she indulged her love of classical music by setting up a women's orchestra at Auschwitz, which consisted of inmate musicians who were often spared from the gas chamber. The orchestra would perform during all weather conditions and for hours during roll calls, selections, transports, and executions. Heinrich Himmler was said to be a great admirer of Mandl's orchestra, and the sadistic doctor, Dr. Joseph Mengele, was reportedly brought to tears by some of their music. When Maria Mandl took over as camp leader of Auschwitz, she had total control over both female prisoners and her subordinates as well. Even though she could never outrank a man, the only one she reported to was the commandant. In addition to doling out punishments, Mandl was responsible for choosing which prisoners were sent to the gas chambers. Guys, would you believe that during her time at the infamous camp, she sent an estimated 500,000 people to their deaths? It was noted that Mandl took a savage pleasure in her job of selecting women, and particularly children, to be gassed. The BEAST of Mandl survivors account. For sometimes she would pick prisoners as pets and have them work for her personally, only to send them to be murdered as soon as she got tired of them. One of them recalled how Mandl had once selected a child whom she dressed up in fine clothing, parading it around like a puppet. The child was constantly by her side, holding her hand until she grew tired and threw the child into the gas chamber. Maria Mandl's reign of terror came to an end as the Allies advanced into Germany. In 1945, she was captured by the American forces after attempting to flee to Bavaria. She was finally made to account for her crimes at the Auschwitz trial in Krakow in 1947. Mandl was declared, rightfully so, a war criminal for her role in the torture and murder of countless prisoners. She was executed by hanging on January 24, 1948. She was 36 years old at the time. That's one gruesome story, guys. It's shocking that human beings could be so twisted. Hope you leave a like and a comment below. I love reading your comments, as I said before. Thank you, guys. Let's take a minute to think about how people could save others from cruelty and save themselves from being so twisted and narcissistic and bad, so they make everyone's lives a total and complete misery. See you again, guys. See you real soon. Good night.